Hello and welcome to the channel. Be sure to share, like, and comment down below. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button for daily videos on news and politics.
Federal documents leaked just busted Las Vegas shooting wide open. The Las Vegas shooting never did seem to add up for any of us, and now we know why. Recently, affidavits and other court documentation have been unsealed, and the public now has access to it. What it is all adding up to is that authorities lied and tried to cover up many facts about the shooting. The most likely excuse will be that they needed to keep this info under wraps to be able to properly run the investigation. But some of these details were easily spotted as lies when the public was first told of the findings. The recently revealed documentation proves that maybe authorities should allow citizens to do their jobs instead, seeing as how more independent type researchers had the answers long before it was made known. However, even with the revelation of these documents, we find that we have more questions than answers. According to the Gateway pundit, on Friday a federal judge made public hundreds of pages of court documents that had been filed by the FBI in the days and weeks after the Las Vegas concert shooting. The judge did so in response to a lawsuit filed by CNN and several media organizations. On Sunday, October 1st, 2017, Stephen Paddock opened fire on concertgoers at the Route 91 Harvest Music Festival in Las Vegas, Nevada. The shooting left 58 dead and another 546 injured in the deadliest mass shooting by an individual in U.S. history. Investigative journalist Laura Loom posted a page from the report on Twitter. According to the federal document, subject offenses have been committed by Stephen Paddock, Mary Lou Danley, and others yet unknown. The document also explains that there was probable cause and cited the following violations A through D. A. Destruction, damage of aircraft or aircraft facilities 18 U.S.C.A. 32A. B. Violence at International Airport 18 U.S.C. And C. Unlawful interstate transport, delivery of firearms by non-federal. Firearms licensee 18 U.S.C. 922A3 and D. Aiding and abetting 13 U.S.C. 2. Obviously, there is a lot of information the FBI and federal government are hiding from Americans regarding this horrendous massacre. Bentley Hub has more. Laura Loom posted the documents online. You can read the full affidavit by clicking the link below in the description. Laura Loom also discovered Stephen Paddock had 7 different cell phones. Bentley Hub reported a previously sealed affidavit in support of an application for a search warrant pertaining to Stephen Paddock and his girlfriend. Mary Lou Danley's email accounts reveals Paddock was likely in contact with at least one other individual who helped plan the gruesome 1st of October massacre, which took place at the Route 91 Harvest Music Festival, where 58 people lost their lives from gunfire. In the affidavit, FBI Special Agent Ryan S. Berg requested that search warrants be issued based on probable cause. For information associated with email accounts centralpark1@live.com. Target account 1 associated with Stephen Paddock, Amaral Ulysses at live.com. Target account 2 associated with Mary Lou Danley. Special Agent Burke went on to confirm in the affidavit that such offenses have been committed by Stephen Paddock, Marilou Danley, and others yet unknown. Others yet unknown. Yet these others have not been mentioned even one time by either Sheriff Joseph Lombardo at the FBI. So who exactly are the others, and why are we not being told to be on the lookout and turn in any info we may see on these cloaked suspects? Add to that the fact that emails suggest that the shooter, Stephen Paddock, was in communication with an accomplice or two. Stephen Paddock sent an email to centralnick4804@gmail.com on July 6, 2017, which read, "Try on R before you buy." We have a huge selection located in the Las Vegas area. Later the same day, an email was received back from centralpark4804@gmail.com, sent to Paddock's email account, which read, "We have a wide variety of optics and ammunition to try." Paddock eventually replied back to the centralpark4804@gmail.com email address, writing, "For a thrill, try out bump fire ours with a 100-round magazine." What do these emails mean and who exactly are they to? It would seem pretty clear-cut that these emails are in fact connected to the attack. Yet authorities and reporters are now feeding it to the general public as though Paddock had emailed himself in order to create the illusion of multiple conspirators. That would make no sense due to the fact that Paddock wouldn't care if he tricked authorities, and we have already been told he intended to commit suicide, so the ruse would be pointless. The affidavit also confirms what many suspected about there being more than one room used. Both Mandalay Bay 32nd floor hotel rooms 134 and 135 were in fact rented by Paddock, which raises the obvious question: who locked the adjoining door between the rooms from the 134 side? How far will the authorities go to cover up a lie about what really happened in Vegas on the dreadful night? Investigate reporter Laura Loom chimed in on the matter Friday evening. Breaking. At LVMPD and at FBI caught lying about the hashtag Las Vegas shooting again. More from Italy Hub. Furthermore, the affidavit reveals that Paddock's girlfriend Mari Lou Danley regularly helped Paddock load magazines with ammunition and that her fingerprints may be present on some of the ammunition or shell casings that were recovered by investigators. The affidavit also confirms that Danley was identified by agents as the most likely person who aided or abetted Stephen Paddock, based on her informing law enforcement that her fingerprints would likely be found on the ammunition used during the attack. This aspect within itself raises suspicion because it makes no sense that Danley would be allowed to travel back to the Philippines if she was a suspect or even a person of interest. Additionally, it was mentioned in the affidavit that Danley provided a DNA sample to authorities after the shooting. What else are authorities lying about in regards to the Las Vegas shooting? Sure does sound like the authorities did more covering up than they did actual investigation work. All of these things would have been known to them from almost the very beginning, so why did they hide these facts? None of which would hinder an investigation had the public known. Who else is involved is the real question, and why go to such seemingly long lengths to hide that extra person? Not to mention, if they cleared the girlfriend, as they claim, why is she still heavily suggested as a suspect on these documents? It is time that authorities realize that in this day and age researchers have a knack for spotting the lies. Give us the truth or we will find it ourselves. The families of those fallen have a right to know.